Today is Tuesday, April 21st, 2026, and today is National Chocolate-Covered Cashews Day, which feels like someone looked at a perfectly normal snack and decided it needed just a little more going on. Welcome to Wait, That's Random, This Day in History. I'm your host, C.L. Burns, voice actor, audiobook narrator, and your guide through the odd and unexpected corners of history. Let's dive in. April 21st, 753 BC is traditionally considered the founding date of Rome. According to legend, it began with Romulus, who established the city that would eventually grow into one of the most influential civilizations in history. At the time, it wasn't an empire. It wasn't even a major city. It was a starting point. And what stands out about moments like this is how small they feel compared to what they became. Because nothing about it looked inevitable. It only becomes significant later. And sometimes what people believe about something matters just as much as what's actually true. On this date in 1934, a photograph was published that appeared to show a long-necked creature rising out of the water in Loch Ness. It quickly became one of the most famous images in the world. Proof, at least to some, that something unknown was out there. But decades later, it was revealed to be a hoax. A carefully staged image using a small model. And what makes this interesting isn't just that it was a fake, it's how long it worked. Because once people believe something, it can be hard to let go of it, even when the truth shows up later. And sometimes it's not belief that carries something forward, it's assumption. On April 21st, 1980, Rosa Ruiz crossed the finish line of the Boston Marathon and was initially declared the winner. There was just one problem. No one had seen her running. She hadn't appeared at any checkpoints. Other runners didn't remember being passed by her, and it didn't take long for things to unravel. Because the assumption was simple. If she crossed the finish line, she must have run the race. But she didn't. She had joined near the end. And what stands out about this moment isn't just that it happened. It's how easily it almost worked. Because sometimes people don't question something until something feels off. And while some moments stand out because they challenge expectations, others stand out because they leaned into being different. Which transitions us to a birthday today. Iggy Pop was born on April 21st, 1947. He became known for a style that didn't follow expectations. Raw, unpolished, intentional in its unpredictability. And sometimes that's what makes something memorable. Not fitting the mold, but stepping outside of it entirely. It's interesting how these don't seem connected at first, but kind of are. A city begins without knowing what it will become. An image convinces people of something that isn't real. And a result is accepted until someone looks closer. It makes you wonder how often things are shaped by what people believe versus what are actually true. Anyway, those are just a few of the things that stood out as I went through April 21st. Join me tomorrow and we'll see where the next date takes us. If you'd like to hear more of my work or explore the books and projects I've been a part of, you can find it all at waitthat'srandom.com. I'm C.L. Burns, and I appreciate you stopping by. I'll see you tomorrow.